How's it going, everybody? Bumpy-san back from Hibernation. Yeah, this is.
And
Yeah, we haven't done one of these in a while, have we, Cayo?
no, we have not. It is I, Lightning Cayo, returning back from the grave. And test. Woo-hoo, listen to my new voice. I got a brand new mic.
Well, now, what is that? Like a snowball?
It is a black ice snowball mic, or whatever it's called. Got it
Okay,
at Christmas.
nice. Yeah, I think you said in episode 3 you were going to get one of those.
Yep, and for those who don't know, I actually used this baby for the Sheen Discovers fanfiction video that we made not too long ago.
Yeah, that was some good shit.
I do want to apologize for putting that off for so long. You wanted to do that since last summer.
Yeah, and I think that also ties, because I mentioned episode 3 also, I think that also ties into our first topic of discussion.
And what would that be, my good sir?
Um, the problems we faced in the last episode?
Oh, yeah, particularly with the upload. So, funny story. This was before Ethan decided to move on to Blair.tv because of the whole Kappa bullcrap that's been going on lately.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we had episode 3 ready to go. We put it up on Ethan's YouTube channel. It was unlisted. We were making sure we get the timestamps and everything correct, and then not 5 minutes after it was uploaded, copyright strike.
Yeah, but not so much of that. I meant like, well, actually, if you want to talk about the copyright strike, we can.
I'll talk about the copyright strike, then you wrap up the rest if you want.
Yeah, so copyright strike. We use because there were a lot of fucking movie clips in there.
We wanted to do it mainly just for like enhancing the skits that we wanted to do, like the Shrek 3 references or Rick and Morty or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But we should have known better. Because Ethan went above and beyond with episode 3. I just want to say that, give him the proper credit and round of applause, everybody.
Thank you, thank you. You were a wonderful audience.
But corporate tube, the Chad of Chads that they are, decided, oh no, we're gonna screw over all your hard work because we can't let you have fun on YouTube.
We gotta make
It's
it
not
more kid
YouTube,
friendly
it's
because
not
the
even
boomers said so.
It's not YouTube, and it's not even MeTube. It's corporate tube.
It's corporate tube, Jimbo.
That's a very not got a blast moment, Dad.
Oh man. Oh
Uh,
yeah. And do you want to talk about what happened prior to the copyright shit?
I'll let you handle that part.
Oh my god, 'cause yeah, you saw this was a real doozy.
Mm,
Yeah, so you may remember we made a couple jokes in there that were not so cancel culture friendly.
yeah, okay, I want to say this real quick. I said a very stupid line that we're not gonna put out there,
Well, technically you
and
said two, but yes.
right, I regretted saying it, so we had to edit it out real quick,
Yeah. And
and I have learned to keep my big fat mouth shut from now on.
yeah, but you remember like the first time when I rendered the episode with the stupid shit we said in there, it went just
Yeah,
fine. It went all fine and dandy and shit.
right.
Yeah, but then we had to edit it out, because you
Mm-hmm.
were so worried about cancel culture.
I mean, we kind of should be because nobody wants to be cancel cultured.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I'm just, because
Yeah.
yeah, no, but like, well,
Hooba-dooba.
yeah, hooba dooba. Yeah, so when we rendered when I was re-rendering everything with the clips edited out, DaVinci
Yep.
Resolve, which is the editing software I use, it just kept crashing and crashing and crashing.
And to think we were complimenting it at episode 2, how it's kind of useful for YouTube groups.
Yeah, I mean, I've warmed
Episode
up
4,
to
this
it.
is the real roundup episode right here. We're finishing every little inconsistencies and references we have in the past 3.
Yeah, yeah. So like, Yeah, so episode 3, it was and it kept crashing, and then I remember I even wanted to just release it as it is without any regards to cancel culture.
Right.
Because you know what my mentality was, and I'll be honest. You know what my mentality was?
What was it at the time?
Because we were kind of like small tubers.
Yeah, we still are.
Yeah, well, I figured with how small we were, like the chances of them finding us were like a gazillion to one.
Understandable, but my logic is better safe than sorry.
And that is good logic. I will say that.
Right. And I guess you could say my channel's not really getting all that small anymore.
Yeah, neither is mine. But then again,
And
I'm on Vlair, so what do I know?
I'm checking my channel. I'm at 563 subs. Where the hell did you people come from? Who are you people?
Spang Rob reference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so episode 3, and then I had to get new editing software to cut out the
Right.
jokes. Which OpenShot, it's flawed. I still prefer DaVinci, but so I really only use OpenShot for emergencies.
And we finally found a way to get videos uploaded quicker. We decided to compress videos.
Yeah, using something called Handbrake. I'm not sponsored by any of these, by the way.
We're not that big yet, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, no, it's only a matter of time before Raid Shadow Legends comes
Sponsored,
knocking on our door.
sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Yes.
Aye.
So yeah, but episode and then the copyright shit happened, and then you remember my mood started to get a little shitty.
Yeah, there was a very bad time.
Yeah, like it was. Oh my god, and
It,
I
it
I hate
was
to
it
get
was
too
sad
pers
levels.
I hate to get too personal on here, but kind of had effects on my mental health. I won't lie.
Right. I. It's always good if a friend is, taking a bit of a mental toll. Send them memes. It really helps a lot.
Yeah. Or no, how about this one that I made last year of Toy Story 4? Everything's gonna be okay.
You always send that to me whenever I'm in a down mood, and it usually works.
Well, that's good to hear, at least. Yeah.
So,
So yeah, and
aside from all that, there are a few things that we also want to cover up, like Rick and Morty season 4. The 5th episode came out, and the rest of season 4 is coming out on May 3rd.
nice.
I'm not sponsored by Adult Swim, though I wish I was.
Yeah, yeah, because then they'd probably put you on the show.
I'd love that, but
Morty, Morty, who is this shithead?
Oh, jeez, Rick, I don't know. He looks like he looks like a twink. But I'll go over episode 5 later on in the podcast. Right now, I want to bring up a pretty relevant topic, at least at the time of this recording.
Yeah, no, shoot.
Coronavirus. Coronavirus.
Reference?
It's some stupid clip that I keep seeing on YouTube videos making a meme out of the situation.
Oh.
But yeah, in case you're wondering why Ethan and I have been rather slow to even getting to recording this episode, it's April 17th, right?
Yeah. Of 2020. Just in case this doesn't go up till April of next year or April 2022 or something of the sort.
Right. The reason I bring up coronavirus is because it's been slowing us down. I haven't been able to get any sort of podcast or anything done, really. I've had a lot of time for recording Let's Plays. By this time, Mega Man Zero Let's Play just finished. To go check that out. I actually really enjoyed that game.
And I've been getting into the X series too.
I wonder who could have helped with that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oobadooba, you're welcome. But in all seriousness, please, I don't want to sound like those annoying ass commercials that you keep seeing on TV, like wash your hands for 20 seconds while listening to this song or whatever. But please do exercise personal hygiene.
While singing Happy Birthday twice.
And then get copyright struck.
Actually, it was my mother who taught me that trick. And that was like 5 years ago. So I've been prepared.
And to think that coronavirus, the, in China, a doctor sort of predicted that this was going to happen.
Really.
Yeah, and then now look what happened.
Yep. And then it doesn't help, here in North America, you've got what's his face as president.
We don't usually like talking about politics or whatnot on this podcast, but for this, we'll make an exception.
Yeah.
You know who making things a bit worse.
Yes.
For everybody.
The annoying orange over in there.
Now the quarantine has been extended. Yeah, yes, I'm going to say quarantine. I'm not calling it social distancing. I don't care about the PC terms.
Right.
COVID-19, it's coronavirus. Who cares? It's the same difference, potato.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna make this a whole topic later, talking about how it affects the entertainment industry.
Understandable. And I want to make a little joke. Whenever I do have to go out in public, and I have a bit of it's springtime, so usually this is when my allergies start acting up.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I'm near a crowd of people, and I have to go like, achoo! Oh, excuse me. Everybody just turns to me. If you ever watched Despicable Me 2, you know the scene with the purple minion finding out the yellow minion was an imposter.
Yeah.
I'm just the yellow minion, like, Papu? And everybody else, pointing at me, and I'm like, dude, I have allergies, so what? Piss off.
Now I gotta wash my hands over 1,000,000 times.
Mm-hmm. And I have to run away from a swarm of people wearing face masks.
Yeah, there's fucking angry goose chase on you now.
Hmm. I'm sorry. I wanted to make that joke. We would put the clip, but like we said, we got copyright.
We could just use images.
That's fair. We can make this into like Sheen discovers fanfiction part 2.
How is it possible that I have a brother?
She'd read aloud some dialogue in monotone.
I don't care why!
I still love that line.
Me too. Anyways,
anything you have to say about Corona before we move on to the next topic?
Well, because I'm a big movie guy, and a lot of films have been delayed because of the virus.
Right.
So, and I just know that if I go into it, I'm just gonna go on it for hours and hours and hours. It's gonna be like fucking animation community clickbait video. Yeah, it's a fucking Illumination is poopy poop, and here's why. Runtime 10 hours.
And just use your custom made app in a very exaggerated position and expression, like, oh.
Wait, my custom made what?
Like your custom made profile picture in a very exaggerated expression and position.
Wow.
Like their eyeballs popping out of their face or whatever.
Oh, so it's almost like the Mr. Bumpy in the thumbnail here.
Yep.
Wow.
I don't know, I felt like saying that because you brought up clickbait. And you gotta throw in that Fortnite background image.
Squishington sees Mr. Bumpy lose his virginity gone wrong.
Hooba-dooba.
Did you see that?
Red circles and red arrows pointing at it.
And someone from Pokemon for some reason. Yes, we've turned into Screen Rant.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Please don't sue us, Screen Rant.
Yeah. So back to what I was saying. Right. So I'm gonna ramble for too long. So I figure we could make this its own topic later in the episode.
Perhaps, but speaking of movies, we did manage to go see the Sonic movie recently.
Not together. I was on vacation when I saw it. I saw it with a cousin of mine.
I saw it with one of my high school friends.
Okay.
Goes by Munchie598, another YouTuber. We're good friends.
I've never met the guy.
I don't even know who you are.
Thanos?
Yep.
A.
But why don't we go over the Sonic movie just for the hell of it?
Yeah. Yeah. Can I just start
We'll
this
try not to
off?
spoil it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll try not to.
It's still kind of a recent movie.
Yeah.
But give me your thoughts first.
Oh, I love that fucking movie.
I wanted to briefly say how the Sonic movie, it's kind of surprising to me how a movie based off the character seems to understand Sonic better than how the games currently do nowadays.
That really just goes to show how Sega does not know what the hell they're doing now.
Sega does not know what Sonic should be. The fans don't know what Sonic should be.
But somebody at Paramount did.
Yep. Well, at least the personality wise, they didn't get the design right the first time.
And honestly, at this point, I think Ben Schwartz should take over for Roger Craig Smith in the games.
He does a really good job of making Sonic actually have character and express better than Roger Craig Smith.
So,
Roger Craig Smith sounds like that 20-year-old hipster who's trying to be cool with the kids.
yeah. So, you're supposed to be Tom's best friend that he won't shut up about.
Well, I don't see the appeal.
Oh, that is super gross!
As opposed to Roger Craig Smith, he does his same voice for every character he seems to do, whether it be video games, cartoon shows, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really voice acting, it's just your voice.
Yeah, but he has changed it. I don't know, because Roger Craig Smith, he was in that Disney movie, Planes.
Yeah.
He was Rip Slinger, the green. I don't know if you've seen Planes. He was the green one.
I have seen it.
Yeah, he was the villain of the movie, Rip Slinger.
And that's really one of the only few times that I can count that he's actually changed things up a bit with his voice acting.
Yeah, and then remember he was that fat kid on Clarence.
I've never watched Clarence, and I know people are going to be like, betrayal. I just don't care.
Yeah, because I used to binge Clarence when it came out, so I probably would have been like that at the time.
I honestly thought it looked pretty dumb, but that's just me.
All right. Anyways, like I was saying, Belson, he kind of sounds like on my first viewing, I instantly knew, yep, that's Roger Craig Smith. Yeah, there's really no range in his acting.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate Dr. Eggman's performance in the movie?
You mean Jim Carrey?
Yeah. Look what came out of my egg sack.
I wasn't expecting that. But I was expecting not to expect something, so it doesn't count.
I mean, I still love Mike Pollock as Dr. Eggman, but movie Eggman? Oh, you could probably give Mike Pollock a run for his money.
Yeah, and you know who I think Eggman's best voice actor is?
Who?
I've come to make an announcement.
Oh God, please no. I love a good joke as much as the other guy, but that line's been done to death. It's been too long. We gotta get over it.
Yeah, and then Jim Cummings also, who plays Bumpy, he played Eggman at one point.
He did? When?
Sonic Sat AM.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was kind of hard to tell.
He's got good range.
That he does.
Yeah, and then so anyway, the Sonic movie, I really liked it.
It's a very interesting take on Sonic compared to the games.
Yeah, but it's good.
Like Sonic be having to constantly switch between dimensions because people are trying to capture him for his powers.
Yeah.
And usually Sonic is depicted as like this guy with a heart of gold. He never really gets upset or whatever, but in the movie he's very lonely. He doesn't have any friends.
Yeah, like that scene in the baseball field.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Just giving Sonic more range rather than just, I'm so cool. Yeah, I'll save the little children. Ooba-dooba.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I'm so awesome. Yeah, how about you fuck me in the ass, Knuckles?
Please, no. We don't need that mental image.
Oh my god. Unless I draw it.
No.
Image flash. Oh no, I'm just kidding.
We need to find a new term for image flash or whatever. Something that we can both use.
And what'd you think of the human actor, James Marsden in Sonic?
He was fine, but I won't be upset if he doesn't appear in the second movie because yes, there is a sequel already being announced.
Yeah, and they kind of teased it at the end of this one with Tails.
Right.
Yeah, I really, and I think Tails' voice actor from the games is in that.
That is correct.
Yeah, I feel like if they do,
that is the only voice actress that they kept over from the current games.
Yeah, and I'm sure when the sequel does come out, they'll just go all out with it.
I gotta admit, I do love how they handled Sonic's speed in the movie.
You do?
He basically rips off Quicksilver from the X-Men movies, and I honestly don't care. I think Sonic does it way better.
Yeah. Now there actually is one thing I particularly liked about the Sonic movie.
And what would that be?
Okay, you know that trope in certain films where the two leads have an argument and that causes them to split up over that shitty reason?
Oh yeah, and you what's the term you use?
Well, I normally switch between either poopy trope or third act divorce.
And I came up with the evolution of that term after Trolls World Tour came out, the diarrhea trope.
Well, yeah, because they use it twice.
Yeah, and I figured I'd add on to the joke.
Yeah, but I like how the Sonic movie kind of made you think it was going to happen, but then it didn't.
But then, psych.
Yeah, because I think it was he was arguing with Tom in the car about leaving Green Hills.
Mm-hmm.
And then Eggman was behind them. He had bigger things to worry about.
Up high, Eggman. Oh, you dropped your guard.
Yeah,
I did.
So I like how it twisted that whole thing. Yeah, so it twisted the movie, but it didn't twist my nuts.
Right. I thought you wanted a latte. Do I look like an idiot? Of course I want a latte. You know I love the way you make them.
I guess you could say it subverted my expectations, Frillis. But let's talk about a movie that does not subvert my expectations, but is still good.
And what would that be?
Onward.
That's a movie my family saw, but I dipped out in favor of the Sonic movie.
Understandable.
So, try and keep any spoilers of this one out because we don't want any Disney or Pixar fanboys and fangirls hounding us.
Yeah, yeah, so this kind of, oh, yeah. But I like Onward. I really do.
What's the plot of the movie?
Well, you have these like two elf brothers, right? One Tom Holland, the other Chris Pratt.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, and they live in this like fantasy world, but it's more like our world, and all the magic has been wiped away from it.
Right.
But they find out there's still a little bit of magic left, and they use it to bring their deceased father back for 24 hours.
So we got necromancy in a Pixar movie.
Pretty much.
Huh.
And so they're trying to find the rest of the magic but see, they only get half of their dad back. So.
Huh.
Yeah. So they spend the last 24 hours trying to get, trying to get the rest of them back. Find more magic so they can do that.
Right.
And I got to admit, I'm sorry, what?
The whole plot synopsis sounds something like out of a D&D campaign.
Well, that's kind of what they were going for.
Hmm.
I think they even referenced D&D in the movie.
Didn't they? Wasn't the movie kicked out of certain countries because of lesbian acceptance or whatever?
I wouldn't. I mean, well, that there's that one character in the movie who Disney kept touting as their first LGBT character, even though they've had plenty before it.
Mm-hmm.
This cop character.
Right.
Yeah, and like it was only like a 3 minute scene where she mentions that she's gay.
Oof. And certain countries across the world ban the movie just because of that.
Yeah, and they didn't, and mind you, like they didn't even ban the clip. Like they just outright banned the entire movie.
As somebody who's bisexual, that hurt.
That really. And I'm straight, but that still is like wrong.
That's a big oof.
Yeah, that's You know what? I'm gonna make a joke here. This makes me moan, and not in the good way.
Oy vey.
Yeah. But you know what? I really liked Onward, despite its problems. Poopy trope.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's not very well executed either. Because you know what? They actually. I'm sorry, what?
I can't imagine it was very well executed.
I mean, it's still a great. But, there was even a part in the movie, a part earlier in the movie where it looked like it was going to happen, but then they subverted it, and then they just went right and did it.
Wow.
Yeah, but, I mean, you have to, I'm not going to spoil it too, but you'll have to watch it to understand it.
Right.
Yeah, and then you mentioned Trolls World Tour earlier, and I also want to discuss that.
Alright, we'll bring it up real quick because we're kind of a bit of on a time limit right now.
Yeah, so Trolls World Tour. Now, this is a
Right.
unique case where it was supposed to come out in theaters, but it didn't because of the virus, so they released it on VOD for rental.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I rented it, and I gotta say, I kind of like it. It's
And
it's not as good as the first, but I still really enjoyed it.
And this is what birthed my diarrhea trope to add on to the joke.
Yeah, so so there are two third act divorces in the movie, and that's what makes him say diarrhea trope.
Right.
Yeah, because and let me tell you, the diarrhea is super explosive here.
We're going all out with the immature jokes here this time.
And you know what? DreamWorks has done good poopy tropes in the past. Kung Fu Panda 2, Captain Underpants.
Right.
Yeah, but this one is in like the unnecessary, like almost in the realm of, say, Madagascar 2 or Boss Baby or Don't At Me, Shrek 1.
I love Shrek 1 as much as the next guy, but I'll always be able to admit that things that I love, they've got their problems.
Yeah, I really...
Goku Black arc in Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.
Like, that entire arc, it makes no goddamn sense, but I still love it.
Well, I know you like Dragon Ball, so...
I know, I'm bringing that up as, like, a reference point.
Now we should make you like an Android 21 arc.
No. Never.
Come on, you know you want it.
Never. Not with her. Never.
Is that a bulge I see?
Oh, piss off. But I guess to bring this up real quick, a friend of ours in my Discord server has decided to do some very special art that may be coming soon. I can't really guarantee it just yet.
Right. And I'm in on this.
And well, I managed to get priorities for what the drawing will be like. So if you want to hop in the server and see it when it eventually does come, have fun.
Yeah.
But you were saying about Trolls.
Yeah, I still like the movie, despite its flaws.
Mm.
Honestly, in terms of DreamWorks sequels, this is a more Madagascar 2 kind of sequel.
And I'm gonna be that guy. I did enjoy the Madagascar movies, except the third one.
You didn't like the third one?
Not really. I liked the second one more, but the first one will always be my favorite. Penguins of Madagascar.
Yeah, the first one I'd say is probably my favorite movie from DreamWorks Animation.
Come on, do I look like a steak to you? Yeah. See, I told you I didn't look like a... Wait, what'd you say?
Guys, we're running out of time!
Melman, you broke their clock? We've been riding out, boys.
We killed them and ate their livers!
Got you, didn't I?
Oh man, but I'd say my ranking of Madagascar is probably 1, 3, 2 penguins.
I I would switch two and penguins, but other than that, we're kind of on the same boat.
Yeah, but I know you don't like 3 that much, so and I rated 3 higher than 2, so
That's understandable.
yeah.
But now that we got the movie, there's something that I wanted to get on real quick.
Oh yeah.
Due to the coronavirus, Sony decided to do something very surprisingly nice, considering it's them of all people. On PlayStation 4, they made Uncharted Nathan Drake Collection and Journey free to own.
Okay.
And it's an offer that's lasting till May 5th, but it's a really nice gesture, and I actually played Journey not too long before we started recording, and it's a pretty stylish looking game.
I'm glad you like it, man.
I'll have Ethan pop up some screenshots or whatever of some of my favorite moments of the game, but keep in mind, this came out on PS3 and it was ported over to PS4, and it looks gorgeous.
I bet.
The game doesn't have any dialogue, but it does have a story per se. There's no combat in it. It's mostly just you flying, platforming, and like puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really think there are any big spoilers of the game. The whole point of it is just you're this weird little robed monk character. I just call him Bob because every good game has room for Bob.
Bob the Builder.
I was thinking more like Bob, like Monsters vs. Aliens. Bob, his goal, the gelatinous monk that he is, has to reach the top of a mountain that is prevalent throughout most of the game.
Okay.
The whole game has this sort of theme of life, death, and rebirth throughout the entire adventure.
Interesting.
And, well, I don't really know how else to explain it. It's not lots of details to go off of unless you're really big into theory crafting or whatever.
Yeah.
Where you sort of have to fill in the gaps as you go along and make it however you see. The game does have online co-op, sort of. It doesn't need any online subscription or anything to make it happen, but your online partner can help you and you can help them. It's not all that well implemented, in my opinion. I get that the idea is like you meet multiple people along your adventure, but you can't invite your friends over, per se.
New Horizons, this is not.
It's completely random as to who you encounter.
Damn.
But saying what happens in this game can't really do it enough justice. If you have a PS4 and this goes out before May 5th, what the hell are you doing? There's no excuse. Go download the game right now. Go experience it for yourself. You're welcome. It's a short game, like 2 hours.
Well, okay, so it's one of those see it to believe it kind of things.
Yes, it does have hidden collectibles and such, and glyphs that you can find to sort of piece together parts of the story, but what are you doing? Just go download the game right now. Go.
Wow,
that's my little Journey rant over. I kind of see why people hold it in such regard now. I haven't tried Uncharted yet, but maybe someday I will, and I'll give it its own little section as to me praising the game to high heavens.
Right. And didn't you also want to talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake?
Oh yeah, that came out finally. To think that we've been waiting 23 years for it to come out.
It's been 84 years.
Even before we even heard it was actually happening, people were like, okay, but when's a remake of the game gonna happen?
I want to make another joke about the goat from Hoodwink. 37 years ago, Square Enix announced a remake of Final Fantasy 7.
When Hoodwink used to be good.
Those are some pretty bright candles. What are they called?
Dinamite. Must be Italian.
Ah! Get him out of here! Ugh.
You hear something? Come on, let's get to Granny's.
Anyways, back to
Okay,
we go off topic a lot, people. I'm sorry.
No, it's perfectly fine. We gotta have some sense of humor.
Yeah, because because God knows that don't exist no more.
So Final Fantasy VII Remake, they released a demo of it before the game came out. It's very akin to the OG Final Fantasy VII demo for PlayStation 1. It's the Mako reactor bombing.
Uh-huh.
The game doesn't really play so much like an RPG. It's not turn-based. It's honestly, in my opinion, it's kind of like Devil May Cry or Bayonetta.
Okay.
You go for, it's a sort of beat 'em up kind of game, more so than RPG. You still have RPG elements like leveling up, different abilities, different spells, items, reviving, so on and so forth, switching between party members.
Mm-hmm.
But the game goes for a sort of more open world, story focus kind of feel for it. I won't spoil the game very much because I know Final Fantasy VII is close to a lot of people's hearts and minds.
Yeah, like
So
I have a cousin in my family who adores Final Fantasy VII.
So I don't want people coming after me because I spoil the game, even if the story is very different from the original.
Yeah, like my cousin, he plays it every summer.
Huh. So, the 7 Remake, the story is different. There are some parts that are still similar to the original game, but a lot of other things are completely different about it. It only goes up to Disc 1 in terms of Final Fantasy VII's original story. It doesn't cover the entire game.
That seems weird.
It's yes, but it's because Square Enix wants more money.
Oh,
They'll release Part 2 and then Part 3 to finish up the 7 Remake.
Oh my gosh, Square Enix is at it again, huh?
Yep, and they told us at the beginning, like, hey, 7 Remake is going to be episodic, kind of like how 7 OG was split into 3 discs, except back then all 3 discs were in one package.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was playing something from Square Enix, not Telltale Games.
Back when Enix was Squaresoft.
Yeah, and before Enix came in and just fuck this.
And they said more money.
Yeah, and I thought their treatment of Cloud in Smash Brothers was bad.
Ooba dooba, a sick burn. But 7 Remake is a full price game, and most likely Part 2 and Part 3 are going to be as well. So that's gonna be, I'm no mathematician, but that'd be like $180 total just to experience all of 7 Remake.
Oh my god. Oh, I mean,
and that's not including the collector's edition. Or
what are these? What are these games? Is this a game? Is this like, what is this, like some kind of microtransaction bullshit?
Now, thankfully, we don't have to wait. Probably won't have to wait as long for Part 2 and Part 3 to come out because they have the engine and everything's set to go for Part 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think we're going to be waiting a long time before the rest of 7 Remake actually comes out.
That's unfortunate.
Because we waited a long time for just Part 1, and I'm not a betting man, especially with after the whole story fire joke that we made back in episode 1.
Well, that joke still hasn't run out yet. You still have till next January.
Right. I'm going to make a little fun joke and say that Part 2 of 7 Remake won't come out in like 5 years.
So 2025 and then fucking 2030 for Part 3?
Probably. We'll be at the PS5 by Part 2.
No, no, we'll fucking be at PlayStation 6 by Part 3.
Probably. PS5 is well on its way to almost being fully announced. We got the controller design. Now we're just waiting for the damn console.
It's too bad that the backwards compatibility is still garbage.
Yeah, it's only backwards compatible with at launch on only 100 specific PS4 titles.
Yeah.
While the Xbox Series X is backwards compatible with every Xbox OG, 360, and One title.
I might have to get one of those then.
Yeah, eat that, Sony.
But I think we can agree on one thing, though.
What?
All these things are less expensive than Mario Kart Tour.
Yeah. And before we get back on tour, because we want to wrap a pretty little bow around that, if I get the Xbox Series X, I can finally play Sonic Heroes again.
Okay.
I'm a Sonic Heroes stan.
Let's blast through with Sonic speed!
Okay, alright.
It just cuts off!
Come at me, Sonic fans. I love Sonic Heroes more than the adventure titles.
Yeah, Sonic Heroes is a good game.
Yeah, it's just, Sonic fanboys.
Yeah.
They can't be happy with anything.
Yeah,
But Mario Kart Tour, this is probably the last time we're ever going to talk about it because the game hasn't doing anything except just existing and adding more gacha characters. They finally added online multiplayer.
Yeah, and how is it?
It's serviceable. I wanted to bring up that they had a beta for the online multiplayer before it officially released.
Yeah, that was like a year ago, wasn't it?
Close to. In order to even be part of the beta, you needed to have the gold pass that you needed to pay actual money for.
Yeah, and
we're going to say that that's pretty scummy, but then once the official thing came out, you don't need the gold pass to play online.
Damn.
So they get off scot-free this time. They haven't really fixed the. Well, they did fix the controls by what I've seen.
Really?
Yeah, they made it better per se.
Because I'll be honest, I do not even remember the last time I played Mario Kart Tour.
But if you play the game now, the controls, I have been told, were vastly improved from launch.
Yeah. And, because...
So they fixed that problem.
Yeah, because, here's the thing. Mario Kart Tour, I've said this before. It's one of those games where, it's addicting for, like, the first week or two, but then you lose interest in it.
Right.
Yeah, so, you know what? I think I can pinpoint exactly the last time I played Mario Kart Tour.
And how long ago would that be?
It was, remember how I said I was playing it a little bit when we recorded episode 1?
Right.
That was the very last time, and that was in what, mid-October?
Yeah, that was right when we started this little series of ours.
Yeah, and I'm gonna, and about the gold pass, I'm gonna repeat a joke I made back in episode 1.
Right.
Mario Kart, give us your Mamma Mia's a credit card number so that we can spend the money on the penis enlargers.
I guess since we're on the topic of mobile games, I want to bring up Dragon Ball Legends real quick, just get that out of the way as well.
Mm-hmm.
Something funny I found out through data mining is, well, recently they added Zenkai Awakenings, which makes older units more powerful.
Uh-huh.
And turns out one of the data mined Zenkai Awakening characters is Super Vegito. What makes him so special is he's called a legendary finish character.
Right.
And even summoning him has less than 1% chance of even appearing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's getting Zenkai Awakening. He's already one of the most broken characters in the game. And considering how low his summon rate is, this just seems like something that's going to benefit whales rather than regular players. And that's sad, but I shouldn't really be surprised because it's still a gacha game.
Yeah, but you said that one has more effort put into it compared to Mario Kart Whores.
Right. And luckily they did add a free Zenkai Awakening character. It's Kid Goku. You can grind throughout the game just to get him Zenkai Awakening. You don't would have to do any summons to even own the character.
You just said grind, and that's giving me a boner. Oh ho ho.
Hooba dooba. But the only summoning you can do for Zenkai Awakening Kid Goku is just by gathering tickets, and that costs 0 money.
Oh.
So, if you want a Zenkai Awakening character, and he's actually pretty good in terms of the meta right now, go for it.
Nice.
But I just wanted to bring up the legendary Finnish Super Vegito Zenkai Awakening, because that seems like a pretty money-grubbing act.
Yeah, money to afford penis enlargers.
But I figured we'd wrap a little bow around the mobile game talk. We probably won't be going back to these games anytime soon, hopefully. Because just talking about them makes my head hurt.
Yeah, I feel my... To quote you in episode 3, I feel my flesh melting off my face.
I'm melting.
No, what about Donkey and Shrek 2? I'm melting! I'm melting!
It's just the rain, Donkey.
Yeah, so,
We're coming up on time. We'll be hopping off to an intermission soon. Anything you want to say, real quick?
Anything I want to say? Well, actually, I want to say something to you. It's about
what is that?
It's about that catchphrase you keep spewing.
Hooba dooba?
You've hoobed your last dooba!
Oh, no.
And that's the debut of this meme. You know, Sonic holding a gun.
In case for those who are wondering where I even get Hooba dooba, if you ever watched Sonic Zombies by...
Bellina Productions?
What's the channel name?
It's called Bellina Productions.
Right. By them, I've just binged the entire Sonic Zombie series throughout November one time, and I just figured, you know what? I'm going to say it for fun. And now I think I need to stop because it's becoming a bit of an addiction.
And you've hoobed your last dooba again!
Probably. Please don't copyright strike us just because we say a silly line.
Hey. And actually, there's another video from Bellina Productions that I do like.
And that would be?
Barney takes a dump.
Yeah, I showed you that one.
Will you wait just a minute? Oh!
Oh, that feels stupendous.
Oh,
aye. Well, I guess since we're coming up on intermission, we're going to do a little something special and leave you with a song that has been on my mind for a while now.
Yeah, isn't it from like Mega Man Zero or something?
It's from Mega Man ZX Advent called Slam Down, the boss theme.
Oh, okay, that's why ZX is in the thumb. Is that, like, do they call him Zero in that game, or what?
No, in ZX and ZX Advent, it's completely different characters. It's Gray and Ash in ZX Advent, and Vent and Ale in ZX.
Okay, and in the thumbnail, who's that?
That is Ale from ZX.
All right.
In those games, you get biometals, which are basically replications of characters like X and Zero.
Okay, I'm asking for a super secret project.
And they share the same personality as the character.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Ale looks like...
Ale looks like Zero. Okay.
Some recent DLC characters in fighting games, Rick and Morty Season 4, Episode 5, and anything else you wanted to talk about?
You know what? We'll save that for after the intermission.
Alrighty then.
Roll 'em!
We'll see.
Oh, sorry, go on. Okay, roll 'em!
Sorry about that, everybody.
Yeah, but hey, at least you got some music in there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this will be a recurring thing, but in case we ever have something to do real quick, it will just pass the time with some music choices.
Yeah.
So, getting back on topic, I wanted to quickly get Rick and Morty season 4, episode 5 out of the way.
Yeah, and we were gonna do catch up on all of episode three's topics, but then, as you'll see in DLC for fighting games, we kind of can't do that. We'll explain why when we get there.
Right. So, season 4, episode 5, Rick and Morty. If you've ever watched Terminator, the plot will be very familiar to you. Basically, Rick and Morty are out in space. They find the car gets broken down, so Rick has to do some repairs outside of the car in the middle of space. Morty decides to come out and follow, but he gets bitten by a space snake and is on the verge of death. So Rick and Morty find the snake's home planet, make an antidote. They find out the snake planet is on the verge of war due to racism. And Morty, he feels bad for letting the snake die, so he gets a snake from a pet store, uh, throws it onto the snake planet as like a replacement for the snake that just died trying to kill Morty.
Snake,
And
snake, snake.
so Morty, unfortunately, as a consequence of him doing that, he sort of gave the snake planet a reason to unite because they were afraid of humans and how strong they were. So they created Terminator snakes, and they were time traveling all around the every conceivable point in their snake planet history, just causing a complete mess. And it's funny that they bring up time travel because the Rick and Morty directors said they never wanted to do time travel in the show because of how big a mess it is, and episode 5 clearly shows just how out of control time travel can get if we take it realistically.
Right.
Like most time travel plots, it just has like one paradox. This paradox, snakes start appearing all across the entire every single conceivable point in history, just more paradoxes followed up by more paradoxes.
Wow, that sounds batshit insane.
It is. And the B plot is Jerry. He's trying to put up Christmas lights because the episode takes place on Christmas. And Rick decides to shoot Jerry with an anti-gravity gun, but it makes Jerry lighter than air, but his shoes are heavier than air, so he can sort of just bounce around. Jerry loses one of his shoes and he starts flying in the sky, and they have to try and get Jerry back.
Interesting.
Yeah, because, oh, herpy derp, Jerry's a stupid idiot. He can't do anything right.
Yeah.
He's basically the Squidward torture porn of Rick and Morty.
I bet.
Now, to be fair, he kind of does deserve it for throwing his kids under the bus in season 3, just because he wanted to bang an alien girl.
Yeah, I remember you telling me Jerry was sort of unlikable.
Yeah, just that episode made me really rethink my stance on Jerry as a whole.
Yeah. Now, actually, I've been wanting to watch Rick and Morty for a while, but I kind of want to know if there's something, if maybe I should start at a certain episode or season.
I'd definitely say start at season 1.
It doesn't have any like first season syndrome or anything like that.
Not really. The first episode really does a good job of telling you what the show's gonna be about.
All right, I just wanted some professional recommendation here.
That's fine. It's just if you want to skip season 3, you can. Just don't skip the Rick and Morty Citadel episode.
So that's in season 3.
Yeah, if you want, watch Pickle Rick because Pickle Rick memes.
Okay, I might do that too. But didn't you say there were certain problems with that one?
Yeah, the B plot with Beth, Summer, and Morty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just they can't hold an episode on their own.
Wow.
Uh, but I just wanted to get Rick and Morty out of the way. The rest of season 4 will be coming on May 3rd, and come episode 5, I'll most likely be going over the new episodes as they come out.
Right. Hopefully that we don't have any problems here.
Hopefully, but considering how the coronavirus quarantine has been extended, we'll figure something out. Hopefully,
And not to well, I was saying more about like what happened during episode 3.
right? But we shouldn't have that problem anymore.
Hope not. Don't open your jabberjaw or whatever.
We're very well aware of what we should stay away from next time we upload podcast episodes.
Now, if we were doing this if we were doing this 5 or 10 years ago, it wouldn't be an issue.
So you were saying about how coronavirus is affecting everybody.
Yes, but I think you wanted to talk about something before that.
Yeah, but I figured let's let you have a shot at this.
All right.
It seems a bit more important.
Yeah, so the coronavirus, well, we talked about it a bit before, but the coronavirus is having effects on the entertainment industry.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about how movies are just coming out.
Yeah,
as full releases rather than movies.
Yeah, like the new James Bond, it was going to come out like a week ago, but they pushed it to Thanksgiving.
Really, that far?
Yeah, and then Peter Rabbit 2, that actually got delayed twice.
How far?
Well, first, because it was supposed to come out 2 weeks ago, right? April 3rd?
Mm-hmm.
And then they pushed it to August, and they pushed it again to January of next year.
Jeebus.
Yeah, I mean, but it's Peter Rabbit, though, so who the fuck cares?
Yeah, but still, for a movie about a CGI rabbit.
Yeah. Yeah, with the insensitive allergy jokes. Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Yeah, and then there's this Elvis biopic, and it has Tom Hanks playing a character. He actually got the coronavirus.
Yikes. Speaking of coronavirus, Rick May, the voice actor for Team Fortress 2 Soldier, recently passed away.
Yeah, that's sad.
That really hit me pretty hard personally because I love Soldier so much.
Yeah. And
he also did Andros and General Pepper, Peppy in Star Fox 64.
Do a barrel roll!
Yep. Or the correct term is an aileron roll, but whatever, it's Nintendo.
Yeah, they don't. But they don't. Yeah, they won't let that slide, but they'll let Joker's weapon in Smash be a gun.
Yep.
Anyways, and then Quiet Place 2 got moved from March to September. And then
what about the Wonder Woman movie?
Yeah, that was supposed to come out in June. It's coming out in August now.
Huh.
And then Fast and Furious 9. You want to hear something about this?
What?
Fast and Furious 9. It was going to come out this May, but it got pushed back to next April. But you want to know something about next April?
What about next April?
That was the release date for Fast and Furious 10.
10?
Yep.
I've honestly lost track of these movies because they just seem like silly car movies.
Yeah. And then there was this rom-com that Paramount was making. It was going to come out 2 weeks ago, but it's going to come out on Netflix now.
Huh.
Yeah. And then Mission Impossible 7 had its production stopped. And then then Mulan, because that aims towards a Chinese audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was going to come out earlier, but because China, the virus, they had to push it back.
Oof.
That was after
what about the Black Widow movie?
Oh yeah, that was going to come out in May, but they pushed it to November. But November was the release date for Marvel's Eternals. That got pushed to next February. But next February was when Shang-Chi was going to come out. That got pushed to next May. Next May was when Doctor Strange 2 was going to come out. That got pushed to next November. But next November was when Thor: Love and Thunder was going to come out. That got pushed back to February of 2022.
Christ's sake.
Yeah, it really shows how much this is affecting the industry.
Ay, 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 ay.
Yeah, and then for that new Batman, they had to shut down production for 2 weeks.
Huh. Well, to be fair, I don't really know how well that Batman movie's gonna go out.
Yeah, and then
Even if DC movies are starting to get a bit better.
yeah, and then we talked about Despicable Me earlier. The new Minions got pushed back a year.
Huh.
It was supposed to come out in July of this year. It's coming out in July of 2021 now.
Though I doubt that'll really make the movie any better.
Yeah. And then one thing that's there's a new Scooby-Doo animated film coming out.
Right.
It got rated by the MPAA after it was delayed, or postponed indefinitely, I should say. And there were 2 Latin America posters, which is actually that's one of the territories HBO Max is launching in. So one of my mutuals is theorizing it'll get dumped onto HBO Max, which I wouldn't. I'd still want it to be out in theaters.
Understandable.
Maybe if the virus tones down by October, that'd be a fine time to release Scooby-Dooby-Doo!
Didn't they make an IKEA joke?
Yeah. IKEA! Did you say IKEA, man? Don't make me use 1%. Don't make me use 1% of my power to perform a diarrhea trope, Scoop!
Don't make me use 10% of my power and go like Ultra Instinct on you, man.
No, imagine if that's how the poopy trope in Scoob actually happens.
They just go full on Dragon Ball Super.
No, and then people make memes of Shaggy going Ultra Instinct, and it says, "White girls when the power goes out at school." Yeah, and then there was that new Ghostbusters coming out. That was going to come out in July. It got pushed to next March.
Ouch.
And then SpongeBob actually got delayed twice.
How long is it till SpongeBob comes out now?
Well, it was going to be in May of this year, but they pushed it back to the end of July. Now it's coming out the beginning of August.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's right around my birthday, so.
Well, if the virus pisses off soon, then you might be able to get it.
Yeah, hopefully. Come to think of it, there are a lot of movies coming out around my birthday. There's a SpongeBob, Wonder Woman, and hey.
So in a way, the virus is helping you if quarantine ends.
Yeah, the lady who plays Wonder Woman, she is... Ooh!
Big nut?
Yes. Well, no, insert the Max Nut thing with Luigi. Mario! Look at my Max Nut, Mario!
What, Luigi, I told you to keep that private.
What? Oh my god. In before we probably have to edit that out. But that shouldn't be too much of an issue, though.
Jokes.
Huh?
Because we can't make immature jokes.
No, because then that'll lead to editing software crapping out. Oh.
God damn it.
I need to buy an Ahigo shirt one of these days.
Please no.
Maybe I'll put Android 21 on it.
You will be scolded and shit on for life if you do that.
Hey, it's scat fetish. What do you know, right?
Blech.
Anyways, enough dirty talk. So coronavirus is affecting the industry and our sanity.
Oh yes, I've been getting cabin fever ever since this whole thing started.
Me too. Feel like I'm going to turn into a fucking animal when this
I'd love to go visit my friends, but I can't.
Yeah. At least
one thing that has been helping me keep my sanity during all this virus stuff is Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection.
Oh yeah, what are your thoughts on the compilation?
Well, if you haven't noticed, I've already done 2 Let's Plays from the game with 01 and 04, so I'm enjoying it.
Wasn't 04 one of the first Mega Man games you played?
Yes, Mega Man X8 and 04 were 2 of the first Mega Man games I ever played when I was a kid.
Nice.
So So now you know why I skipped so many of the games in chronological order just to play those.
Right. And then you got,
Because
and
I
then
prioritize games.
yeah, and then insert some naysayers saying no, just like Axel.
Mm, and then I'm just like, who cares? It's my channel. I'll do what I want.
Also, Axel, your mom gay.
Mm, uh,
Anyway, back to Zero ZX.
a little something to help new players because the Zero and ZX games can be a bit difficult for the uninitiated. They added a casual scenario mode and save points.
Okay.
Casual scenario mode makes it so spikes don't kill you instant death, bottomless pits don't kill you instant death. You take less damage and you deal a bit more damage.
Interesting.
And save points, well, I shouldn't have to explain it, but here I am. They just checkpoints.
Okay, Alia.
Like before a boss room, just a checkpoint. So if you keep dying, you won't lose any lives. You'll just go right back to a checkpoint with all the lives you had intact.
Can you hear me, Axel?
Oh god.
I'm sorry, I had to.
It's fine. And a little something I wanted to say, since I just finished the Mega Man Zero Let's Play. That game is not hard. I don't get why people are calling it difficult.
That's what she said.
A lot of people say it's the hardest Mega Man Zero game in all the 4 titles, but I went through the entire thing without using save assists or casual scenario mode. I only got 2 Cyber Elf upgrades. I almost maxed out all my weapons, and I still don't see why people find it difficult. Maybe you guys are just bad.
Well, you know what? That's actually my attitude towards X1. And you've told me X1 is piss easy, so.
Yeah, it really is piss easy compared to a lot of other Mega Man X games.
Yeah.
X6.
Actually, you know which one I am actually somewhat interested in trying?
What?
X7.
Why? Because of how terrible it is?
Yeah, and I hear there's like lock-on stuff.
Yeah, it has lock-on in 2D and 3D perspectives. In my Let's Play, you cannot turn off lock-on.
I figure that'd make the game a little more accessible to a guy like me.
Yeah, but only X and Axel can lock on, Zero cannot.
Okay, time to not play as Zero then.
Yeah, you can basically go through most of the game without Zero. I used Zero because his Tornado Uppercut special move is... It does so much damage to bosses that might as well be every boss's weakness.
True, true.
As for the rest of Zero ZX collection, Zero 1 is sort of a Metroidvania, but it still keeps the traditional Mega Man platforming at separate stages and such.
Mm-hmm.
Same with 2, 3, and 4. ZX and ZX Advent are Metroidvanias. True Metroidvanias.
Okay.
You'll be backtracking a lot, going to new areas and such, unlocking new areas, getting new skills.
Cool.
Or in the game's case, biometals.
Nice.
Problem is, with ZX1, it has a very terrible map. It doesn't really tell you where to go or what area connects to another area. ZX Advent has a better map, and it tells you exactly which route, which part of the area will take you to another area.
Alright.
But the problem with ZX Advent is a lot of its biometals are very situational and kind of terrible. While ZX1, it's 5 biometals that you get at the start, that you get throughout the game, are pretty evenly useful, minus Phantom.
Nice.
The Phantom biometal is very weak, but it does let you get a full view map of the area when you're in a dark area, or even if you're not.
Sounds like a pretty fun game then.
It is, but you, like most Mega Man X or Zero games, you start off with little health. You can find health upgrades, E-tanks, W-tanks, and sub-tanks and such, but the start of the game, you are basically a glass cannon. You cannot take too many hits, or else you're gonna die a lot.
Damn.
Now, games like 01, ZX, and ZX Advent, I can understand if you want to use save points because you might be getting lost, or you might be dying a lot to the bosses.
Mm-hmm.
With 01, I didn't need it because I kind of already get the gist of the game and I can beat it without using save assists. But with ZX and ZX Advent, if I ever do Let's Play those games, I may consider using save points.
Yeah, sorry about my dogs in the background. I don't know if you heard them.
No, it's fine. They did also add a new mode, Z Chaser, which is basically speedrun mode. It takes 2 levels from each of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, ZX, and ZX Advent, and gives you ghost time trials, kind of like Mario Kart's time trials.
Sounds like some esports type shit. Eh.
I have gotten some pretty good times. No world records, but I have gotten some pretty good records. It goes from B rank to A, S, Z, and then ZZ rank.
Okay.
If you get S ranks, if you beat those times, then you unlock a secret final stage to play.
Sounds exciting.
I won't spoil what it is because I want you guys to try and unlock it for yourselves.
Right, right.
I definitely will say Z Chaser is much more accessible than X Challenges and the X Legacy Collection.
Nice. So how would you rate this on a scale of 1 to 10? This compilation.
Honestly, I'd say it's better than the X collections.
How about normal Mega Man?
I don't usually do ratings because I know it's different among other people, and I'm just not a big fan of ratings. But if I were to compare all the current Mega Man collections that are available, I'd go Classic Legacy Collection. Not saying that it's bad. That one's pretty good. I'd go Legacy Collection 2 for Classic, Legacy Collection 1 for Classic, X Legacy Collection 1 and 2 are in the same boat, but I definitely say 0ZX Legacy Collection is the best.
Oh, that's nice, dude.
It's just, if you want some Eagles, I'd go with Classic Legacy Collection 2 or X Legacy Collection 1.
Yeah, because, I think the Mega Man series the classic series is pretty hard, so that's kind of why I prefer X.
The classic series, Classic Legacy Collection 1 allows you to rewind so you can undo some error that you might have done in the stage.
Yeah,
Classic Legacy Collection 2 has no such things.
Well, that sucks.
But it does have save points, but it's very specific.
Yeah.
Save points. X Legacy Collection 1 and 2 have Easy Scenario Mode or Rookie Hunter Mode. And 0ZX Legacy Collection really goes above and beyond, giving you save points and an Easy Scenario Mode.
Now that sounds pretty cool.
And it has some never unveiled artwork throughout the 0 and ZX series that are specifically on the collection.
Right.
And some remixes too.
Oh, I mean that's really cool,
But then again, you could just listen to the remixes on YouTube.
Yeah, because that's how I listened to the intro stage in X1.
Because in order to even get the remixes, you needed to pre-order 0ZX Legacy Collection.
Oh.
But you could just listen to the remixes on YouTube. They're all there.
It's like, why even have them at all,
Yeah.
So is that all you have to say about 0ZX?
For now, yeah, but I just wanted to say one last thing. Now that I'm done with 04 and 01, for those wondering, what about the Mega Man X all-inclusive series that I'm still doing? I guess in a sort of like the Marvel movies, Mega Man X will return. Don't worry.
Yeah, if Capcom ever makes an X9.
But what I meant is more so my Mega Man X LP series shall return.
I know. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, you could throw in like a Marvel style text of what I said, but I will be getting on to X3 very soon.
Oh, X3. I heard you had some choice words about that game. Well, keep it
Uh,
short because we're kind of in a time crunch here.
yeah, all I'll say about X3, it's definitely the weakest of the Super Nintendo Mega Man X titles,
Right.
and it has some very questionable design choices, especially in the early game.
Okay.
Like how you take even more damage when you start the game compared to how you would in X1 and X2.
Right.
Now there is Rookie Hunter mode, but I'm not doing that for any of my Let's Plays for the
Okay.
X series.
Sorry, have a cough here.
It's fine.
Yes.
So now that I got Zero ZX out of the way, last topic, I guess.
Yeah, DLC for fighting games. You wanted to start with Byleth?
Yeah, for Smash Brothers, because you and I have some very interesting clashing opinions on the last character for Fighter Pass 1.
Yeah, I'm just gonna spill the beans here. I think Byleth sucks.
That's understandable. A lot of people, day one, said, oh, Byleth sucks, he's terrible. While I'm one of the few who are defending the character, not because I like Fire Emblem reps, but because I think his playstyle is actually pretty interesting.
You told me to get good.
Well, that's the thing about fighting games, you gotta get good.
I mean, I'm good with character. My mains currently are Mega Man and Terry.
No, the thing about Byleth is very slow, ranged game.
Yeah, that's kind of what I
He's
don't
not
like
very,
about Byleth.
you can play aggressive with him, but the way I play Byleth is very bait and punish.
Okay.
Like I'm waiting for you to make a mistake so I can capitalize on it and then, well, punish you for it. We'll be putting up some footage of my Byleth video that I put up a while ago,
Right.
and I do get some pretty hilarious reads with Byleth's down B on a Pikachu trying to get off the ledge.
Right. And can we talk about the Smash fans' reaction to Byleth?
Oh yes.
Oh, and it all started back at the Game Awards. Yeah, people were pissed Fighter 5 didn't get revealed, but when Fighter 5 did get revealed, they got pissed. If that's not a cruel irony, I don't know what is.
I know, it's called a cruel irony, like my dependence on you.
Wait, is that a reference?
Emperor's New Groove.
Hey.
But with Byleth, if you ever played Marth, his Lance has a tipper mechanic, his forward air, back air, F smash.
Mm-hmm.
His down air and down smash is a giant axe. The down special gives you armor when on the ground, not in the air. His
Right.
neutral air and his neutral special is a bow and arrow. His nair is kind of like Palutena's, the beam that it is. And neutral B, you can shield and jump out of it, but if you charge it for too long, you're stuck in the animation.
Right. And now see, I'll say this about Byleth too. Him and Dr. Mario are the two characters I don't like that much in Ultimate.
Fair enough. Oh, and side B is also Lance that has a tipper mechanic.
Mm. See, I kind of forgot
Yes.
what all this shit was because I don't play Byleth.
His up air and his up B uses, well, also his up smash uses his sword kind of like a whip. His up B is pretty special as it can latch onto the sides of stages and you can wall jump off it.
Okay.
You can also use it like a tether recovery, kind of like Zero Suit Samus's.
Yeah. That's another character I don't play that much, but I don't hate her like I do with Byleth or Dr. Mario.
And again, in my Byleth online match footage, I do gimp another Byleth who used their up B with Byleth's Nair.
Bylethception. Bwom!
Yep.
Okay, so And then I think we're getting 6 more Smash characters after this. One of which is going to be a rep from Arms.
That is correct, and I am very excited because I loved Arms when it came out.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
just a
excited.
shame.
Yeah, I'm excited for that too.
It's just a shame that Splatoon 2 came out at the same time as Arms and ruined Arms' any chance of being relevant.
Yeah, but what's really throwing me off about Arms is that Springman is already an assist trophy, and normally with Smash Brothers they throw in the mascot of the franchise in question.
That's correct, but I wouldn't mind Springman being a character as well as an assist trophy.
Yeah, because then it increases Waluigi's chances,
Aha,
and Shadow, and Zero, Hooba Dooba.
correct. But jokes aside, I'm definitely going to try and get my hands on the Arms rep, whoever it may be, when I get the chance.
I actually have some predictions for the last 5 fighters.
Hit me.
So these are in no particular order, by the way.
Yeah.
So my predictions are Doomslayer, Geno, Rayman, Rillaboom. Then that last slot I'd say is a toss-up between Rex and Waluigi.
The only rep I want is Rayman.
Of the ones I mentioned. Yeah, Rayman would be cool.
Rayman, really the only rep I have hope for.
Yeah. Yeah, I know he's already a spirit in the game, but if this Arms character is Springman, then
I'm not a stan that spirits deconfirm characters, but
me neither.
we'll see.
Yeah, I stopped believing that spirits and assist trophies deconfirmed a long time ago, particularly because on the Green Hill Zone stage where Knuckles is in the background, in the training mode, you can't spawn the Knuckles assist trophy.
Huh, that's a nice bit of consistency.
Yeah, and you know how the Wii Fit Studio has a mirror?
Yeah.
In that stage, you can't spawn Alucard because he's a vampire.
Yep, that's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, but it's that consistency that makes me believe, Sakurai, maybe the Arms rep is going to be Springman. Now, anyways,
next DLC character I want to talk about that I have a lot of fun with is Kefla from Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Okay.
So, Season 3 of Dragon Ball FighterZ, I did get the Season Pass, so I will be doing as many streams and videos as I can, showcasing the new characters, especially for Ultra Instinct Goku coming out, most likely in May, since his release date has been speculated to be May 9th.
Alright.
And for those who don't know, that's typically Goku Day.
Alright.
So, with Kefla, she's not broken. She's not like GT Goku or Bardock, per se.
Or Android 21.
Android 21's not broken.
I know, I just said that to smite you.
Well, Kefla, she's very, how should I say this? Basic. She doesn't really have a lot of interesting gimmicks going for her. She has no air specials aside from her, I want to say like quick step, where she can speed behind the opponent, but it deals no damage.
Right.
She has very basic ground specials like throwing a projectile or her ground dash. I lied. She does have a air special. It's her Corsical forward S move.
Mm-hmm.
If you just tap the button, it gives you a sliding knockdown after you land the attack.
Sounds cool.
It is. However, when she's in Sparking, she gets access to some corner loops. And if she's at one teammate down or both her teammates are down, she can do a very flashy Touch of Death combo.
Touch of Death, what's that, like a porno?
No, it's typically a term in fighting games where if you can basically kill an opponent while they're at full health in just one combo.
Huh.
In most team fighting games, Touch of Deaths are possible.
Still sounds like a porno film.
But
speaking,
say with Kefla, her assists are pretty standard. Her A assist is her throwing a ground projectile forward.
Uh-huh.
Her B assist is kicking her legs out, kind of like Vegeto's standing 5L. And her C assist functions like everybody else's. It's she warps in front of the enemy, knocks them in the air, teleports behind them, slams them down to the ground, allowing you to get a follow-up combo afterwards.
Yep.
If the attack whiffs or if it's blocked, the assist goes away, and C assists take a very long time to recharge compared to A or B assists.
Okay.
Her level 1 super, she has two of them. Her first level 1 is throwing out giant key blasts in front of her. Her other level 1 is Hellzone Grenade, kind of like Piccolo's. But you need to get a sliding knockdown in order to really make it work in a combo. And her level 3, ooh, baby, her level 3 is sexy. It's a full screen attack.
Where, are you talking about Kefla or are you talking about Android 21?
I'm talking about Kefla.
Android 21, okay.
No.
Or are you talking about our next DLC fighter?
Not yet.
Okay.
Kefla's level 3. If you get... There's no hope for you besides blocking the attack. She can hit you above her, below, behind her, in front of her. No matter where you are on screen, if she hits you with that level 3, you got it.
Okay.
It doesn't deal a lot of damage, but it's so hilarious just to get a raw level 3 punish off something like a Banish or a Super Dash.
Cool.
Now, granted, it does still leave the enemy with blue life, but I can't help it. Anytime I get the chance, I love doing a raw level 3 just to punish for the hell of it.
Right. And for those who are listening, I'm sorry if I sound very unenthusiastic. I'll admit I'm not the biggest fan of Dragon Balls.
That's fair. You're not really into these kind of fighting games as much. This is more my area of expertise.
Smash for life, baby. And I say
But
that to all the single ladies who are watching this.
But the last DLC character I want to talk about, even I'm not all that great at it, Seth from Street Fighter V.
Get good, scrub.
It's more so that I just wanted to play Street Fighter V because I thought it looked fun. But it's way more technical than it looks.
Now you know how I feel about Byleth.
With Smash and Street Fighter, they're like night and day with how different they are.
Even if Smash has Ryu and Ken. Anyways, I'm sorry to interrupt.
At least in Smash, Ryu and Ken are not low tier like they are in Street Fighter V.
Because I actually am a slight Ken main, so... Anyways, you were saying I'm sorry.
So Seth is the final DLC character for Street Fighter V. Basically, he, she, it, I don't really know, Seth is a machine. I'll just refer to Seth as it from now on. Seth's main gimmick, at least with V-Trigger 1, allows it to copy a specific move from whoever they're fighting. Like, if you land the move, you can copy that character's attack.
Okay.
So, like, say Seth copies Ryu, you get the Hadouken. If Seth copies Ken, you get the Shoryuken. You cannot choose what special move to copy. It's all predetermined with V-Trigger 1. With V-Skill 1, they added new V-Skills to the game. I'm still trying to get used to it. With V-Skill 2, it allows Seth to do follow-up combos. What does V-Trigger 1 do? Give me a sec. Oh yeah, V-Trigger 1 allows Seth to do a special move combo right after doing a special move in the middle of a combo. So you can basically do even more damage after the attack. Like, say you do Mad Cradle then you press B trigger, you can immediately do a follow-up attack.
I don't know.
B trigger 2 is my personal favorite because it allows Seth to pull out a projectile that you can control manually. It only lasts for 4 inputs, but you can have Seth throw at a ball, like make it go forward, up, right, up left, down right, down left, etc., etc.
Zigzag, zigzag. Madagascar 2.
It's fine. And then you can have the projectile explode, popping the opponent up for a follow-up. Now, granted, I'm not good at Street Fighter V. My only main in the game is Ryu, because I'm boring like that, even if he is low tier.
Pick up Ken.
No, I'm not a Ken guy.
Well, then play Smash Brothers.
But a lot of Seth's moves do kind of feel like they're inspired by other fighters. Like Mad Cradle has the same input as Shoryuken.
Yeah.
Or Cortical and Punch deals out a very quick, rapid, how should I say, ranged punch attack. Kind of like it's just attacking you with wind.
Yeah.
It's not a projectile, it's more like a range move. I guess Seth is like a sword fighter in Smash. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, Hooba Dooba.
Disjointed hitboxes are fun.
Mm-hmm. So,
just Seth for the final character. A lot of people were expecting like a new character or somebody from Street Fighter 3 after we got Gil as the character before Seth.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm perfectly fine with what we got in terms of characters.
Try telling that to the Smash fans.
But for Seth, I managed to get the Champion Edition of the game. I pre-ordered that. Gave me almost every costume in the game, so there's no point in me going to the in-game store to get any collectibles. Unless I want to get the Capcom Pro Tour costumes, but I'm not interested in that very much.
Okay.
And those cost real money to get. You can't use the in-game currency for it.
Can you use V-Bucks?
No.
Is it cheaper than the Diddy Kong pack?
Oh yes, it is cheaper than the Diddy Kong pack though.
That's a big bro moment for me, little buddy. Or no, I can even do Diddy here. This is a bra moment, a big buddy.
I wonder if that Twitter account actually still exists, and I could submit like a Capcom Pro Tour packs costs less than the Diddy Kong pack.
Do it. So, anyways, that's so you're done with Seth now?
I guess so. I'm sorry for those who are Street Fighter fanatics and you're expecting a bit more. I mostly just play Street Fighter for fun. The most times I ever get serious is when I use Ryu.
Yeah, that's me with Smash, to be honest.
That's understandable.
And
if you're saying, hey, Lightning Cayo, you're so good at Dragon Ball Fighters, shouldn't you be any good at Street Fighter? Nah. And if you're not good, then why are you playing the game? Well, again,
I remember you were the one who told me I shouldn't have bought Byleth if he's trash.
Well, then you told me that you got the season pass for it, and then I'm just like, oh, well, then you're screwed.
Well, plus, like, how was I supposed to know prior to trying him that he would suck?
People say Hero sucks.
You remember, I liked Hero for a while.
Yeah, people are just mad at Hero because he can kill you at 0% off of flak.
If I were to rank the fighter pass from best to worst, I'd say Terry, Hero, Joker, Banjo, Byleth.
I can't really make a sort of list like that because I don't really enjoy much of the side of Hero and Byleth.
Alright. That's fair.
Like Banjo, he's cool, but I'm not a fan of how slow he is and how his recovery isn't really all that good.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean sometimes it's good, but other times it's not.
Terry seems like a better Ryu, but I haven't bought him yet.
Oh,
Joker, he's way too technical for my liking. I've seen how good he can be in the right hands. It's just he plays a lot like Sheik, and I don't play Sheik very much.
yeah, me neither.
I play Greninja, but I wouldn't say Greninja is very much like Sheik or
Yeah,
Joker.
yeah, Greninja's pretty cool actually.
At least he has some more oomph to him, and he doesn't have to
Yeah,
getting to get
right. Now,
Persona.
all this talk about fighting games.
Oh,
Uh, you know what that's making me think of?
what's it making you think of?
You see this thumbnail?
Yes, I do.
It almost looks like a fighting game roster in itself.
Kind of like a very meme-worthy fighting game roster.
Yeah, yeah. You imagine Kefla going up against the Onward elves,
Imagine Seth going up against Model ZX.
or Imagine Mr. Bumpy going up against Cloud,
Or imagine me going up against you. Wait, what did I say? Nothing.
or even better, we replace you with Shrek. I don't know, because no sprites of you exist. Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to compensate for something.
But why do you bring this up, like as a fighting game roster?
I don't
Are
know.
you
It's
planning
just
something?
it's just a general thought that I've had.
Hmm.
Yeah, just a general, it's nothing too crazy.
All right. Well, we'll keep an eye on that, and if you have anything else to say about it, let us know.
Well, shall we conclude this episode then?
Yes, but before we go, I wanted to make I come to make an announcement.
You said that joke wasn't funny.
I know, but at least here it makes sense.
Okay. Well, in that case, go for it.
Next, coming up next on the Zero Show Podcast, episode 5, we will be having our very first guest appearance.
Do we know who it's
Now,
going to be yet, or?
I won't tell you who it is. I want to make it a surprise for everybody watching.
Okay.
The only hint I'll give you is that they're a very well-known artist that I like to follow on Twitter.
Oh, so we have decided.
Yes, we have. It's just I want to keep everybody in suspense for now.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
So, I'm sorry if this isn't very much longer episode compared to the other ones, but episode 5, we should have quite a lot to talk about.
Yeah, quite a bit.
It's just with all this Corona stuff, it's taken us a while. So if
Yeah.
we seem a bit out of it today, you know why.
Yeah, I feel
We'll be back in action by next time.
just like the Looney Tunes.
And this time, it hopefully will not take us a few months to get onto it.
And hopefully we won't have to worry about the culture.
That'd be nice. Any concluding remarks on your end?
Because what I want to say, I already said. So
Understandable.
yeah, I was gonna say I wish we were doing this 10 years ago. When people could actually take jokes.
Right, and I guess shameless self promo. Go check out Ethan's Flare.tv account.
Yeah. And also,
that's where he's doing all of his videos now.
even though I keep forgetting I have the service, and to the point where I even contemplate if I should go back to YouTube.
But still, just if you want to see some of his YouTube poops, since they're all gone off his YouTube channel, go to his Flare.tv account. We'll leave it in the link in the description.
Yeah, and also I did made a little meme thing on there.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, Bangkok.
But yeah, please go to his Flare.tv account. Please give that site and Ethan some love.
And add me on Discord too.
Yep. And until next time, this is Lightning Cayo signing off. See you next time.
And this is Bumpy-san. Goodbye.